morning. Welcome, everyone, and good morning to you. This is the Diana Wright Show live, and we welcome those of you who are watching us from around the world and in the United States, and thank you for joining us. It is Tuesday, and it's the day that we would normally speak with Judith from People 490. But she's a little bit under the weather today, and we hope that she will have a speedy recovery and join us next Tuesday. But anyway, she sent us some tips, and I will read them for you in just a moment. And before I do that, I just want to remind you about the I Love Me t-shirts that are in my web store. And of course, we have the pink and the white and the black. Those are the colors, and you have the pink ones that are fabulous color pink. And actually, my color loving has evolved over the years. I was a strictly white person. I would just wear white most of the times. And then I got into color and really loved color. And then it was red, and then it was pink. And purple is the shot these days. And, I try my best to wear some other colors sometimes. Black has become big for me, which I hardly wore before. So we just want you to explore. Never get stuck in one thing, Just try to widen your horizon the way I ask you to do that. And this evening at the 8 o'clock hour, we will have Dr. Melanie. I'll be delivering personally her t-shirt, her I Love Me t-shirt today, and we thank her for that. And of course, I just sent off Judith's shirt in the mail. They wanted white with, so white with the sleeves, the fitted ones. Remember, we have the beater and we have the fitted ones. So we encourage you to get them, because come April 30th next year, I would like to see each and every one of you on this planet in my t-shirts. Yes, I would love to see that. So get ready for that. And we ask you to keep it on your calendar circled. And don't forget to love yourself every single day. And I wondered what box you opened today for your blessings. Did you open the purple or the gold box? I opened both boxes this morning, and I truly asked God to give me abundant blessings in those two boxes. And that's what I feel that I've received, and all the things that I've been praying for and hoping for and wanting for and needing for. I know that I have received them in the name of Jesus. So I just invite you to do the same every morning when you get up. I was just watching those women who got rescued, who were captured 10 years ago in Cleveland. And I listened to the aunt as she held the press conference, and she kept saying, those of you who don't believe in miracles, you better think again, because God simply worked miracles. And I've been saying that for a long time, and I truly believe it. And you will see it in my book, Deadly Negligence, that comes out shortly. It will be out shortly. I promise you, it will be on my website at dianawrighttv.webs.com, and it's called Deadly Negligence. You'll see the twists and turns and how God truly works miracles and restores. But while he's doing that, you must continue to dance in the rain. You must continue to love him, to seek him, to believe in him, to trust him, and to most of all, have faith in him. And if you watch the movie Sparkle, which I did over the weekend, and see how faith can really drive a young woman to believe in herself and her dreams and her talent that God gave her, the gift that God gives you. He gives you a gift. You need to unwrap that gift and pursue that gift. And just tune out all the negatives, including your mother and your father and your friends. And just take in the positive ones. And trust me, if you believe in it enough and have enough faith like of a mustard seed, you will get to where you want to go, because God makes us hurt sometimes to get to our blessings, but he never truly hurts us. That's what T.D. Jakes says. And I believe that. And I truly believe that. And I want you to believe that. Just the way I want you to love yourself today and every single day. And teach your children to love themselves. Be mindful of who your neighbors are. Because sometimes you have a cruel person as your next door neighbor, as these people are beginning to find out. And we need each of us to watch out for each other's children and be grateful for those children and try to protect them if we can. If you're in church and you see someone trying to hurt another kid, step up, say something. If another adult is trying to hurt an adult, do the same thing. And remember always to teach your enemies to also love themselves. The people you don't like that much. Because I promise you that when they love themselves, they will indeed be better people and a better friend and even a better enemy. Because, enemies are good sometimes, they teach us things and they keep us from going down the plunge sometimes. So don't curse your enemies too much. Sometimes they're good for us. Because you truly know that there is no one on this planet that is loved by everyone. And anyone who deceives themselves to think that they're loved by everyone or they love everyone, they lie. Because there is no way. The only one that can truly love everyone is God through his son Jesus. None of us humans have the ability or the capacity to do so. But those in our circle we should love. And if we don't love them, don't pretend to love. Love is a big word and it should not be a pretentious one. And as we dig deep and find our mothers this weekend, as the 12th of May comes up and it is Mother's Day. If you have anything against your mother who birthed you, you need to fix it before Sunday. How about that? And you need to let that person know that you truly love them, because it doesn't matter where you are with them right now. If it wasn't for them, you would not be here on this planet. So we should do our best to forgive our parents, because most of the times parents parent the way they know and what they know at that time. You don't expect your mother from umpteen years ago to know what you know now. And don't raise your children in revenge of trying to show your mother that you can do a better job than she did. That's not the way to do it. The way to do it is to accept the fact that she knew what she knew then, and what you know now is just a gift and a blessing that you can be a better parent, if you will. Because I always tell people that parents do what they know at that time. And you can't fault them for that, because they knew no better. Just like some of the friends that you have, they don't know any better. So we need to stop expecting everyone to be like us. We need to meet each other where we are. So accept the things you cannot change, because only God can change the things that you think you can. And as we look at life through the blessings of our boxes that we open each day, and the fact that we should love ourselves every single day, this is my mantra, and I want it to become yours. I want the mantra of opening the box of blessings, and I want the mantra of I love me to become a part of you. A part of something that you recite and memorize and know and feel it in your soul and in your spirit and in your mind and in your body every single day. And pass it on to your children, because it is indeed important. I'll share something interesting with you because, lots of people come around my daughter all the time. And it's interesting to note that because black women have so chosen to weave their hair and have this so long hair that they weren't born with, that they bought in the store, my daughter, who just happens to have very, very long hair, which he gets from my husband's side, of course. Because I don't. I have hair, but not that kind of long hair. And they are around my daughter for so long, so many years, at least 6 years. And they only come to realize yesterday that that was my daughter's real hair and it wasn't an extension or a weave. Good Lord. Is it so much so bad that we all, as brown, light brown, white people, believe that all black people have weaves and extensions? I found that quite interesting, don't you? I remember the days when she was very young and we used to go to Barnes & Noble to do that reading thing and, you know, interact with other kids and parents in Barnes & Noble. And I had a woman actually chase me down to come and feel. Could I touch her hair? Because she wanted to know if it was real. And at that time I thought, how crazy. But she's not crazy. We have made that so. As black women who don't necessarily were born with long hair. And when you check your genealogy, you see where it comes from, because my daughter's hair strictly comes from my husband, whose grandmother is a full Indian. And we can go on. And his grandmother on his mother's side just had hair all the way down to her knees. So here you get it from the genes, and I didn't even know all of that when I got married. I kind of found that out accidentally, really. So, what are we doing to ourselves to change ourselves so much that other people just can't believe that some of us can actually be light-skinned and have real long hair? Yes, we can. So what have we done? What have we created here? And as I had the conversation with my daughter on the drive to school this morning, and I said, but they knew you when you were even little. And she goes, yeah, Mommy, they're little kids who are getting extensions and weaves too. I'm like, what? They should be allowed to be children without all this adult stuff. If you're an adult and you want to have hair extensions or weaves, that's your prerogative. But I think a 5-year-old and a 4-year-old is kind of young to do that, don't you? Let them be children without all the attributes of adulthood. And trying to teach them that who they are is not really who they should be. And who they are they should not love because they're lacking something. Parents, watch out. Take a breath. If your children have short, kinky hair, accept it. It's the choice that you probably made that gave it that. So accept that and let them be children. And if they grow up and they want to have the weave and the extensions, then they're adults. Let them make their own decision. But don't saddle them with a burden from they are 4 and 5-year-old, which I promptly was told by my daughter it happens. We're saddling them with too many burdens of adulthood. My mom, when I was a kid, just braided my hair as long as it was just to my shoulder. Gave me her braids. As a matter of fact, when I do my daughter's hair, the way she used to do it, she called it, oh, that is grandma's braids. Just that yours are much, much longer. So yes, indeed, black people who are light-skinned, actually, some of them really do have long hair. without the weave and without the extensions. So every day you wake up, you learn, and you see something else. And yes, parents, be mindful of the people that surround your children. Because we're seeming to find out that the man who kidnapped those girls in Cleveland might have known family members of the girls that he kidnapped. I always had a rule spoken that my daughter goes to no one's house where there's a male, young or old, without my being present. That's my rule. So what is your rule, mother? Or father? Because some fathers are raising their girls by themselves. You must have those rules, and children need to have rules. They need to be scolded verbally. For me, some people do other things, I don't. They need to be told when they're wrong because they're not always right. But if they're told that they're wrong from a place of love, then they get it eventually. So as we try to groom our children into be adults, let's not try to dress them up like they're grown people. Because, sometimes you see those young kids and you're going, why are they dressed that way? Mothers trying to make their children seem older than they are. Let children enjoy being children, please. Thank you very much. Let them teach them to love themselves, teach them to have goals, teach them to be committed to things they start. Make sure they finish it. Teach them about God and faith and all those good things and believing in themselves. And always letting them know that you expect them to be the best. You have children going to school and teachers are pretending like, oh, you're not so smart, so I'll just push you over here. No, that is wrong, and parents do it too. They will have two children and one is really smart and the other is not so smart, and they keep comparing the two and telling the other one, oh, and so was so-and-so. They were smarter and doing great. And not everyone is going to be the same way. Well, if you're an only child like me, it's only one hope that my mother had. But if you have more than one, you should not pit one against the other, or compare them for that matter. Or compare your children to anyone else for that matter. So let's hold our children up in high esteem and let them know what you expect of them. And when they don't achieve it, make them feel bad about it. It's okay. They're not going to grow up and die. We think children are just so, delicate these days. That, you're going to hurt their feelings. Sometimes their feelings need to be hurt so they understand what needs to be done. There are too many parents out there who seem to be afraid of their children or think their children are going to break. Or, I'm going to give you all that my mother couldn't give me. Wrong premise. Do the best you can, because those children that you're raising, we're hoping that they will be better parents than you are. Or than I am. So let us understand clearly, for those of you who are Caucasian or of other races like Spanish and Indians and Chinese, do understand, please, that there are some people who are black with light skin who actually have real long hair. I thought I had to make that clear today. Whether it was necessary or not, I did. So anyway, let's move right on as we welcome you again from around the world and in the United States. And thank you so much for joining us on the Diana Wright Show live. This is a 10 o'clock 10:30 hour, and we have the 8 o'clock hour this evening with Dr. Melanie. We're going to talk about some deep stuff again tonight, because I watched a program last night, and yes, it was deep. And tomorrow morning is Wellness Wednesday with Dax Dunn, hoping all things go right, and he will be joining us here via Skype. Normally today we would have Judith with us from People 490, but she's under the weather, so she sent us this. We should make business etiquette part of our portfolio. It enables us to, 1, negotiate the tricky ground of a job search. Gain confidence in yourself. Dress appropriately for the situation, no matter what your professional field. Use your people skills to interact effectively with your coworkers and business associates from outside. Get along better with your boss now. And if you are a boss, gain the respect of those you supervise. And lastly, communicate, effectively with people in both speech and writing. So when you speak, you communicate effectively, and when you write, please try to do the same. A lot of young people leaving high school cannot write a proper letter, a proper memo. How do you survive without that? You need to practice. And now that you have the internet, there are lots of people trying to tell you and teach you for free how to do it. So if you are going to high school, or you're in middle school, or you just graduated from high school and feel you need to keep on practicing this over the summer before you start college, practice writing letters. Practice writing a memo. Practice writing essays. It's a good thing for you to do. So we thank Judith from People 490 for giving us those tips for this day, the Tuesday. And we invite you to visit her website at people490.com. Don't forget that she also finds jobs for people. So if you're looking for a job, that's the person to contact. Judith at people490.com, because she will help you to find a job no matter what the field that you're looking in. And she will also help you to write that proper cover letter that a lot of us think is not that important, but it is important. The resume kind of just guides a person through what you've done. The cover letter makes you say, yes, I want this job, but you need me too. And here I have something wonderful to offer you. Me. Okay, so just keep that in mind as you go about your day today. April 30th, 2014, I Love Me Day. Don't forget it. And also, October 5 is just around the corner. When I talk about these dates, everybody thinks, oh, Diana, it's a long time from. No, it's not. October 5 is around the corner. Can you imagine that the school year is almost to its end? Only a few weeks left in it? Because most people get out of school June 6th, somewhere there. I'm talking about high school, middle school, those kind of schools. All right? So, October is just around the corner, because then you're going to have the summer, and then you're going to have Labor Day. Oops! And then here comes October 5, right around the corner. Save a Life Jamaica Foundation will give you an opportunity to save a life truly. It's only going to cost you $20 if you're not going to attend the party. But if you attend the party, it's $30. So the tickets are basically $30. So if you are out of the country in Europe, or you'd like to save a life wherever you are on the planet, we invite you to go to Save a Life Jamaica Foundation website and donate, because it's a good thing to give. It's also wonderful to receive. Let no one fool you, because I love to receive. Not that I receive very often. I really don't, you know. My mom and I talk about that all the time. People always think we have everything we need, so no one wants to give us anything. That's a myth. Don't ever assume things. If you want to give someone something, just give them. I'm not particularly great on gifts because people tend to give you things that, you know, I would never go in the store and buy that for myself. So cash is always a better gift to give to most people, especially those people you think might have all that they need already. So, alrighty. I'm gonna, just move on here because I like this story. I don't necessarily like the secrecy of the story because it is the story about one of my favorite governors, and he is none other than Governor Christie from New Jersey, because I like his spunk. You see, the way he stood up to the Republicans when they were trying to kill him for doing his job as a governor during Sandy, the Hurricane Sandy, and he was with President Obama and gave President Obama high praises at that time, and also now gave President Obama high praises for all the things he said he was going to do. He actually did it. So the Republicans got on him, and I tell you what, he's the best thing they actually have. Forget about Rand Paul and Marco Rubio from Florida. The man to watch is Governor Christie. So what did Governor Christie go and do in secrecy and did not tell us? After telling off that doctor who tried to, give him advice long distance from Arizona. Here he is, Governor Christie. He had lap band surgery to lose the weight in February. He said he did it for his family. Christie is 50 years old, said he had the surgery February 16th, and resumed his very tough work schedule February 19th. Whoa, what a tough guy. And has had no complications. Praise God. We thank you, God, for that. Governor Christie said it's about turning 50 and looking at his children and wanting to be there for them. How we applaud you for that. He said he has had weight issues for more than 20 years and denied that trying to lose a significant amount of weight had anything to do with a presidential run in 2016. So you think people are going to believe that? I don't think so. They're going to ride it to the waves. So you will hear people talking about it a lot. Oh, he's trying to lose about 100 pounds so he can actually run for president and his health report will be good. Remember he told David Letterman that he was the healthiest fat guy on the planet? Okay, so Christie said, quote, "A week ago, I went to a steakhouse and ordered a steak and ate a third of it. And I was full." Now, if Governor Christie can lose all that weight that he has struggled with for 20 years, and I know Governor Christie loves himself despite the weight that he had despite the weight he's going to lose, how about you? Are you willing to love yourself enough so you can lose that weight? But I think when Dax comes tomorrow, I think we should try to get Governor Christie to go on the detox plan. He might just lose some more weight after this whole lap band thing kind of settles. Because a lot of people who get the lap band surgery, they get to a plateau and they just don't lose any more weight, especially if they're as huge as Governor Christie was. I'm told that he was motivated by someone who he spoke to, some other famous guy, whoever he is. And he had the surgery, weighing 350 pounds and lost 100 pounds. So when you plateau, Governor Christie, I invite you to join me on the detox from Rad Wellness Center in Plantation, Florida. It might just work for you to get you to your ideal weight, because I looked at the picture when he got married to his wife, and he was a slim guy. So I don't know how much weight you want to lose, Governor Christie, or if you want to go down, but maybe a detox plan would be right up your alley from Ride Wellness Center. Because I tell you what, those products truly, truly work. And the bigger you are, it seems like the more weight you lose in a short amount of time. So anyway, another story, but it saddens me today. Lauryn Hill, I've been kind of giving you the steps about what's going on with Lauryn Hill, someone I truly liked and admired when she was in a couple of movies that I'd watched. But Lauryn Hill, singer and Grammy-winning artist, she was sentenced yesterday for 3 months in prison and an additional 3 months in home confinement for failing to pay taxes of about $1 million for about $1 million in earnings. She didn't pay the taxes on that. Some reports tell you 1.8 million, some say 1, so it's somewhere there. She's only 37 years old. She lives in South Orange, New Jersey, I gather, and she pleaded guilty to the charges last year, actually. In a forceful statement to the judge, Lauryn Hill explained, and she said she had always meant to eventually pay the taxes, but was unable to during a period of time when she dropped out of the music business. Can you imagine the IRS calling us and we talk about we intended to pay the taxes? Eventually? Wow. She said, I needed to be able to earn so I could pay my taxes without compromising the health and welfare of my children. And I was being denied that. End of quote. I wasn't quite sure about that because singing and acting, you are a celebrity. You can take your children with you. Maybe you were just having a little too many children one time. We heard she had 5 babies in 5 years. I don't know. Not for me to judge. But just maybe if we kind of not blame someone else for our shortcomings or what we failed to do. And why would you be working to pay the taxes? Shouldn't you have been paying the taxes while you were earning the money? I'm a little confused. But anyway, it is not yet known when and where she will report to go to prison. Now, Wesley Snipes got a much longer time, so I think this judge was really nice, but maybe he owed a lot more. So, I'm not quite sure why stars get into this, because there was another one the other day. Forgot his name right now. He said he thought his accountants were taking care of things. When you get rich, people, listen to Bill Cosby. Write your own checks. And don't just leave your life and your financial business to accountants. Listen to the wise words of Bill Cosby. And Oprah actually said she listened to Bill Cosby and she signs all her checks. So kudos to Oprah for doing so. So take a good advice, people. If you're wealthy, if you're earning millions, please write your own checks and pay attention, because the judge doesn't want to hear that you intended to eventually pay your taxes. When you earn some money, they expect you to pay your taxes on the money that you've already earned. Not to go work to pay it. So I love Lauryn Hill, and I hope that she's only 37, so she has time to pick up her bootstraps, and after those 6 months, get up and go stand up and make some more songs and get some more hits. Because people care about Lauryn Hill. I'm only sorry that she had to go to prison to feel that she must take charge of her own life. Yes, so anyway, moving right along here as we welcome you again from around the world and in the United States. This is the Diana Wright Show live at the 10:30 hour. And this evening at the 8 o'clock hour, we have Dr. Melanie with us, and she's a general practitioner. So we'll talk about just about everything and anything. And if you'd like to call in, we hope that she will Skype this week so that we are able to have your calls come in also. Right now, we're asking you if you'd like to be a sponsor of the Diana Wright Show Live. Please give us a call at 561-228-1921. That's 561-228-1921. Only if you'd like to sponsor the show, be an advertiser on the show, or partner with the show. And if you'd like us to interview you for your book that you've just published, we would be happy to do so. Because, I know that when you self-publish, it's a struggle to get your book out. But, Amazon.com is a good place. And my book will be available on my website and also on my publisher's website, which is Six Hearts Publishing, Nina Hart. So you will be able to get the book. And, of course, if you invite me to speak at your church or your function, I will certainly be bringing along my T-shirts and my books to sell to you. But this program is not really a selling infomercial program. It's a program to give you information and to motivate you, inspire you to love yourself and to know the value of the word love and to know the value of God's miracles that are still occurring now. Miracles are not just in the Bible. They're happening now. To you and me and my daughter, my husband, my mother, your family members, your friends. Miracles are happening. Do you want one? You need to have faith that you will get one. You need to hope that you get one. You need to believe that you will get one. And you need to open your boxes of blessings every day and know that your blessing is on the way. Because if you don't expect it, it's not going to come. Just like if you tell your children you don't really expect much, you will get not much. Unless that child is totally, individually self-motivated. So expect good things to happen to you. Expect people to listen to you. Expect people to do what you need them to do. And life will be so much more beautiful. And Mother's Day comes up this Sunday. So try to fix what ails you and your mother's relationship. It's important to do so. Honor thy mother. Remember that scripture. Okay. Over the past 12 years, the U.S. has gone from having the highest share of employed 25 to 34-year-olds to among the lowest now. How did we do that? We could boast that all our young people were working. When they get out of college, they have jobs waiting. And even when they're at summer break, high school students could get jobs. What happened? In 2000, non-employment of age group 25 to 34 was 18.5% under Japan, France, Germany, Britain, and Canada. In 2011, it was 26.6%, followed by France, Britain, Japan, Germany, and Canada. Scholars blame the lack of new jobs being created on the slump of the U.S. economy. Well, everyone thought Europe's economy woes would make them, because at one time, you remember they said that the youth unemployment in Europe, in Spain, and some of those other countries, Italy and Greece, was like 25%. So now the U.S. is on the throne with the same thing happening. When are these rich guys going to get off their wealth and stop sitting on the sidelines and waiting to see what's going to happen with the economy, or wondering or thinking they're going to help out Obama? So you're not hurting Obama, people. Republicans, Tea Partiers, you're not hurting Obama. It is the American people, stupid, that you're hurting. The phrase, it's the economy, stupid, the phrase is now on this show. said from the lips of me, Diana Wright. It is the American people, stupid. Stupid Republicans, stupid Tea Partiers, stupid Democrats too. You have some stupid Democrats also. It's not about making Obama look good. It's about the people who elected you to go to Washington and do the people's business. And Mr. Sanford, who's running for Congress in Carolina against Miss whatever her name is, Colbert Bush. She has Colbert and her brother is famous, and she has Bush. Well, I guess she's not related to President George W. But people seem to be so forgiving of Sanford, who was the governor, who would disappeared for days in the Appalachians, left his wife and children, gone to look for his mistress lover. And this brother is going to be the congressman? I wonder if it was his wife that were running for Congress, and she was the one who had the Appalachian disappearance, using taxpayers' money, no doubt, while he went to Argentina. So why she went to Argentina to look for her lover and have some sex and claim how much in love she was. You think she could be running for Congress today? Oh no. Everybody would be saying, oh, she's a woman and she was so sexed up and look what she did. But why are we so forgiving of these guys who do these things and give them second chances? We think of our beloved President Clinton, who is now a hero because he's done so many great things since he left office with his foundation. So we hope that Novelet Gale can do great things with her foundation too. Save a Life Jamaica Foundation. We hope that she can do well too. There's another one called Robin Hood. That foundation, oh, it has big parties and just ask the stars to come and empty their wallets there. Because he earned millions for his foundation at a party. So the credit cards are going in and sliding through as they donate to the cause of the foundation called Robin Hood. Saw it on 60 Minutes on Sunday. Quite impressed. So my prayer is that Novelet Gale Save a Life Jamaica Foundation will get to that heights so she can help a great number of people. Because if you don't have, you can't give. And if you don't receive your blessings, you can't give either. So, we invite you to circle October 5 on your calendar. Allow Save a Life Jamaica Foundation to be as big as Robin Hood, that opens schools of excellence and young people, black young people, who everyone expected nothing of, are shining. I keep telling you, everyone simply needs an opportunity. Simply needs someone to believe in them. And simply needs someone to expect something from them. They can all learn. They can all be smart. Not necessarily in the avenue that you want them to be smart in. But if they're not smart enough or smart to be a doctor, they'll be smart enough to be something else. So what are we doing for our children? We must give them the opportunity that they need, the encouragement that they need, the expectation that they need to get them to where they want to go. Because, you know, going to college in America these days is like trying to go to meet President Obama. The interviews and the this and the how much they charge you to go to these colleges. What on earth are they teaching that they didn't teach me when I went to college. And as I speak about that, I want to get to immigration for a moment here. Because, I am just kind of tired of listening to people like the Heritage Foundation yesterday. With Mr. DeMitt, who quit Congress to go and get some big job so he can take home a load of money. Why are we listening to him anyway? Talking about, you bring all these, give them amnesty and it's going to cost us trillions of dollars to take care of them. Now, who told Mr. DeMitt that immigrants like me and plenty others who come here looking for any handouts? I'm not. Never did, never will. Thank you very much, Mr. DeMitt. And your Heritage Foundation posts that you got. I love these guys. They just go into politics not to help their constituents. They go in there to line their goddamn pockets. Excuse my French today. And then they lie. And then they come out and they get big jobs at Fox or anywhere else, including Sarah Palin, who need to just shut up right about now and stop talking. She needs to stop calling the name Obama or Barack Obama in her mouth. Because when she speaks, only bad things come out. So, Mr. DeMitt, I'm here to tell you that most immigrants don't come here to be worthless and go on welfare and get trillions of dollars from you. Scary, scary. Most immigrants come here for a better life, to educate themselves. Ann Coulter, she last week was talking about, how can we find some good immigrants? What are these people talking about? Mexicans come here and they open businesses. They clean houses. They take care of your children. They do yard work. And they better themselves. They open restaurants. Chinese people? Oh, most of you eat the Chinese food every single day for your dinner because you don't want to cook. So how do we look down on immigrants so much in this country? Miss Coulter, Mr. DeMitt, and all them people at Fox. O'Reilly. Well, O'Reilly kind of was making sense the other day. But I don't know. He doesn't stay making sense very long. He always switches. So how do we do this? How do we do this? Chinese people are smart. They go to school, they get degrees, engineering, doctors, lawyers, yes. So why do we continue to look down on immigrants? Italians, they come here, they open their restaurants and do great things, other things. Just name the immigrant population and I can tell you what good they do. Yes, there are going to be bad people in every race and every country. But you cannot then blanket a whole country of people or a whole nation of people who come here to better their lives and talk about, oh, they're going to be costing us trillions. Because Obama wants to give away amnesty. Everything is about Obama. No, it's not. It's about the American people, stupid. And if someone chooses to come to your country to do good, because I know that most immigrants don't come here trying to come break down America or do anything bad here. Yes, some of them have done bad and some of them have fallen on bad times too. But that's not the intention. The Big Apple. Remember, everybody wanted to go to New York at one time. The United States, a land of opportunity. So why do we do this? As white Americans, why do we continue to demoralize immigrants, look down on them, and only believe that immigrants come here to try to rob something from white people? No, we don't. Never, ever, ever. Most of us who come here, like myself, would do better in our own countries. Because we're either celebrities, doctors, lawyers, or Indian chiefs there. But we chose to come to America and become Americans. So why do we keep being kicked by people like the Heritage Foundation, Mr. DeMitt, Rand Paul, the senator? And I'm not quite sure about Marco Rubio, you know. He just looks like he's a switcher. He's a Tea Party candidate, so I don't really expect much from him. But he's a senator from Florida. But he's a Tea Party candidate from Florida. I'm sure that Governor, Charlie Crist would have been doing a much better job. And being more supportive of the president's efforts to make this country a better place for all people. How about that? And I am just sick and tired of white people talking about they're going to take back their country. Who took any country from you? No one is coming here to take your country. Just like President Obama is not coming to take your guns. What is wrong with us? Are we so full of hate? When you listen to those speakers at the NRA convention over the weekend, 70,000 of them were there, I gather. All the hate was just coming from LaPierre, from Sarah Palin. Oh my God. And in the name of Jesus, when they die, they will get the same amount of real estate as the immigrant that they so hate, or the Obama that they so hate. Come on, people. Can't we do better than this? Are we not better than this? All this hate that we spew every single day of life? Oh my goodness, I hope we can be. And I know that God will intervene with divine intervention, because I truly believe up until now, this day, that the crash of the economy in 07, 08 there was a divine intervention, because too many of us were being too greedy and pretending to be who we were not. So God just said, stop. Let me show you who has the supernatural power here. So that's the reason I choose every single day to live my life in the supernatural. And when someone ticks me off, or I pay for something and I think I'm not getting what I'm supposed to get, I speak. I don't let it fester. I speak it. And if I'm not getting my justice, I go beyond the people here. You need to make yourself matter. And loving yourself is the first step. So April 30th of every single year, when we choose that day on this show, the Diana Wright Show, to tell you simply to love yourself. It's not crazy. It's sensibility. And having you realize that love is a much better word than the word hate. Don't think Sarah Palin is thinking about you little people in the Tea Party when she goes home to her mansion. Stop it. It's just about the money for these politicians. Sarah Palin and all of them. It's about the money. Was it Scott Brown from Massachusetts? You see, he lost the seat to Elizabeth Warren. And where does he go? FOX. It's about the money. Look at the Forbes article. Al Gore has Romney wealth. What did Al Gore do? He didn't become president, but my God, he certainly made a whole lot of money, including selling current TV to the oil people that we so hate. Because the people that he sold current TV to, Al Jazeera, they're from oil country. They're Arabs. They're Muslims. So what are we saying? What are we doing here? We need and must stop the hate. We need and must absorb the love. And we need most of all to say 3 little words every single day to each and every one of ourselves. I love me. Because you know God loves you already. But what are you going to do for yourself? Incredible. Rush Limbaugh. Now here he made my news today. The political talking head for the conservative wing of the Republican Party is threatening to bail on his job because of comments made by the CEO of the radio network that carries Limbaugh's show. He has taken a great umbrage at Cumulin Media. The CEO is Lou Dickey. Kind of a unusual name. Because Mr. Dick, you see, has been constantly blaming Limbaugh for the company's declining advertising revenue. Karma is a bitch, isn't it? Dickey seems to believe the losses are as a result of Limbaugh's controversial statements. Remember those about Georgetown law student Sandra Fluke, whom he called a slut and a prostitute. Mr. Limbaugh, you didn't think that would come back to haunt you, brother? Karma, it's called. An advertising boycott followed. Yes, I remember that. And the uproar of the nation about that thing, that Sandra Fluke actually became a celebrity. Limbaugh is upset that Dickey has constantly cited the incident as the reason for the company's declining revenue. Limbaugh's contract ends the end of 2013, and we will just see what God does. We have no hate for Mr. Limbaugh here, but I just personally want Mr. Limbaugh to know that karma has something to do about life. And when you try to hurt other people verbally and assassinate people's character verbally, publicly, when you know that you have the airwaves listening to you, God has a way of punishing you, and punishing you quickly. Sometimes it takes a little longer, but he'll get there, because no bad deed go unpunished. So for you to have denigrated that young woman, and who knows what happens to her when she goes home and cries about what you said about her, which was not true. Yes, she was, applauded by a lot of people, but in her quiet moments, your words must have rang doubts in her mind. So here you go. Your time has come. And 2013 is about to end. And we know that someone else will swap you up and, Rush Limbaugh, the great Rush Limbaugh. But I tell you what, when you keep spewing hate, it eventually comes back to you. So, take that. Okay, I have 6 things here since it's a day that Judith should have been on and she's under the weather, even though she gave us her little tips for the day for business etiquette. I have some things here that I'd like for you to consider. Things that you should never say when you're at work. I can't take any more work. I'm completely overwhelmed already. Never say that in the ears of your boss because they will unearth you with the work and put you through the door. How about that? Or never say about your boss, Joe is an idiot. He might just hear, or some other little person might just go back and tell him. That's not fair. Well, they made a disclaimer. This is mostly said by younger people who are in the workforce. That's not fair. That's a favorite line for young people, Oh, mommy, that's not fair. Yes, it is fair. Okay. That's not how we do it at my old company. So, my friend, if your old company is so wonderful, why did you leave and come to another company? You should have stayed there Because if what they're doing at your old company is so wonderful, why did you leave? And that's exactly what your coworkers will be thinking if you make a stupid comment like that. The next one, I'll have it on your desk by 3 p.m. when you know that you're not going to do that. You're just being sarcastic. Don't do it. Don't say it. Be honest about how and when you can deliver the project. And don't ever be at your job and say, I'm bored. Because if you're bored, you don't need to be there. You need to go find something else to do that makes your juices flow and make you happy and push your shoulders up and feel good about yourself. Like when you're wearing one of my t-shirts that simply says, I love me. I truly need my own line of clothing. Please, I do. So I can get up each day and put it on. I wanted to wear another one of my t-shirts today. I was going to, but I'm going to do it tomorrow morning because, I'm like, people are going to say, okay, Diana, why are you wearing that t-shirt again? No, I got some new ones yesterday. So I'll wear one tomorrow. Yes, I will. And I decided to have an alternative with the pink ones. I now have purple stones and it's beautiful. And of course, the white ones always had pink stones and the black ones has the diamond stone, if you want to call it that. Yeah? They are beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. And the quality is fantastic. Yeah, I know if I went to China, I would get it for much less and I could then sell it to you for much less. But hey, I wanted it to be made in the USA. And also, as it concerns work, since it's People 490 day today, Tuesday, and we invite you to go to people490.com. If you're looking for a job, they will find you a job. And if you're looking for help with your resume, your cover letter, all that kind of stuff. And if your employer who has a job and need workers, then she's looking for you too. So the best retirement plan, guess what it is? Work longer. I never believed in that retirement thing because everyone I see retire, they're always looking bored and they go into senior centers and they stay home and watch TV. And I was right. Work longer. Many seniors are staying on the job past retirement age because of the economy, one, and the future of Social Security. And, I think about that Social Security thing. They're lying to us. Ladies and gentlemen, Social Security does not have a problem for umpteen years. As long as I am in America, which is a very long time, I have heard them talk about Medicare and Social Security. Oh, it's going to go bankrupt. Oh, it's not going to be there when you get to the... Oh. Don't believe these politicians. They lie. They lie to scare us. They lie to get money. They lie to be reelected. They lie to be elected in the first place. And then when they get there, they simply enjoy the power, the perks, and the next election they think about constantly. So let's just kick them to the curb. How about that? Join me in the no vote. Unless Hillary Clinton is running in 2016 for president, I am on board. Woman. Hello, Madam President Clinton. How are you today? Or maybe she wants to use her maiden name. Rodham. Madam President Rodham Clinton. Okay. All right. So that's your good laugh. So, don't listen to Paul Ryan talking about Social Security is going to be this and that. No, it's not. You lie, Paul Ryan. And he's not the smartest guy in the room either. And he ain't no numbers guy. Because his numbers don't add up. Try adding his numbers and see if they add up. As long as you can count 1 + 1 = 2, check Paul Ryan's numbers. He's lying. Like all the politicians do, they lie to us. Why do they do that? Come on now, give us a break. So anyway, we're going to silence the debt collectors tomorrow morning or Thursday morning, probably, because I have some good news for you when they call what you need to do. But later this evening, we're going to have our favorite doctor in the house. She is Dr. Melanie, and she is a general practitioner who can answer and tackle all my questions. So I'm going to leave now and say ciao to you Au revoir to you. Adios to you. And thank you so much for joining me from around the world and in the United States. This is Diana Wright, courtesy of The Diana Wright Show Live. So we hope that you're watching us from all the Caribbean islands, all the European countries, and everywhere else around the planet. And in the United States, of course. And you will support us by becoming a sponsor. Hey, a partner will do. An advertising will do. Or just book me for your function. You will get to hear all the secrets of loving yourself and what it actually can do for you. And also, my book is coming out, Deadly Negligence. You can start ordering, pre-order the book. The picture is not even up online yet, but it will be available on Amazon.com, Diana Wright TV, .webs.com, and it will be on Six Hearts Publishing, Nina Hart's website. Yes, all of that. So, and I will take them with me wherever I speak so you can have it immediately in your hand. Read the story. Miracles still do happen. I am here to declare it and tell you of it. And I felt so good this morning when I heard that aunt talking about her niece that was kidnapped for the past 10 years. And when she said, if you don't believe in miracles, think again, people. God is still in the miracle working business through his son Jesus, and I am here to tell you that. And so did she. So what are you expecting from God today? What miracle are you expecting? I hope you have enough faith to receive it. And I hope that you believe in it enough to receive it. And I hope when you open up your box of blessings today, it was there waiting for you. So 3 little words I say: I love me. I don't care where you are, who you are, male, female, boy, girl, doesn't matter. 3 little words. I love me. The word love, replace it with every hateful thought in your mind or your brain or anyone else. And teach your enemies, even them, to love themselves. So Mr. Limbaugh, I invite you to love yourself and stop spewing hate on your show for innocent people like Sandra Fluke, who did you nothing, but you just chose to assassinate her character. And karma is about to get you. In Jesus' name, we thank you. Stay prayed up and be blessed. And this evening at 8 will be great, I promise you. Take care. Have a great day. Ciao. Okay, there you go. There.